Hi, it's Evan Pagan. Today, I want to invite you to join me for the ultimate upgrade to your success and productivity, and to join me for my newest class of my Wake Up Productive training program. Now imagine if you could get twice as much done in your life without working any more or spending any more of your time. Or imagine working half the amount of time and getting the same amount done as you're accomplishing right now. Again, freeing up the other half of your time to do what you want with. How would it change your life to actually double your productivity? What would it mean to your business? What would it mean to your income? What would it mean to your time off? What would it mean to your social life? What would it mean to your feeling of being successful and making an impact in the world? Okay, if you doubled your productivity, it would be a big deal, right? Of course it would. Now, I believe that our feeling of success and even our feeling of security and happiness is linked directly to our feeling of productivity, of how productive we are in the world. If we're not feeling productive inside, we don't feel good inside, period. When we're not productive, we're more likely to make mistakes and to fail at important tasks. We're more likely to have people not feel as interested in being around us. Okay? We're not fun to be around when we're not productive. And we don't feel like we have power and control in our lives. Now, if we are feeling productive, okay, if we are feeling productive in our lives, then we know that what we're doing is succeeding. We know we're getting the results that we want, which makes us naturally more interesting to others, more attractive to other people, makes others want to be around us. It also gives us the power and the increase in influence that we want, okay, and the power to make the impact that we want to make in the world. I'd like to share a discovery that I made that helped me become a lot more productive and made me a lot more money in the process. Now, several years after I built my first company online, okay, and I built a very successful company, I had a growing team, I had the idea to launch 2 new businesses. But the bottom line was that I was already in completely over my head. I was working 60 to 80 hours a week, so there was no extra time to do anything else. I already felt buried in distractions and interruptions, and I was working so much that I was just feeling burned out. Okay? And my health was actually suffering too. I'd gained about 25 pounds that I was carrying around, 25 extra pounds, 25 pounds more than this. Okay? Mostly gained by waiting in my days until I was tired and hungry to eat, right? And then I would be so hungry that I'd go eat quick fast food and junk to fill me up. My life looked like this, right? I would check my email last thing before going to bed, and then in the morning I'd wake up and I'd roll out of bed and I'd check email first thing again. Okay? Before I even had a chance to think about what was important to do that day, I would start fighting fires and responding to what other people needed me to do. And I had been doing this for years, all right? And I'd been doing it for so long that I couldn't even imagine doing things any other way. Now, some side effects of this automatic kind of email addiction and message addiction was that I was constantly switching back and forth between things, rarely focusing on anything. Okay? It was spilling over into my health and my personal life, as these things tend to do. And as I said, I wanted to launch a couple of new businesses. I actually wanted to launch 2 new companies, and I had to figure out what to do because it wasn't going to happen without something changing, and changing big. So I started to study what you might call the art and the science of habits, okay, with several teachers and mentors, and I learned something that completely blew my mind. It turns out that we humans get just a tiny bit of willpower every day, okay, just a little bit. And modern psychological studies show that we burn this little bit of daily willpower by making decisions. Okay? Making decisions actually costs us a lot of that willpower. We burn it inside, okay? Because it turns out that making decisions, right, it takes a lot of psychological energy. And we get just this little bit of willpower, but we use it up before we even know what happened. We use it up before we even know it's gone. And then we have none to use to do the important things later in the day and in our lives. After studying how willpower and habits worked, I made a shift in my approach that actually changed everything. Okay? Instead of wasting my attention and my willpower on things that weren't getting me results, I started using it in a more productive way. I started using my energy, my willpower each day to build new habits. Okay? And I started with the first hour after I woke up. Okay, I stopped checking email first thing, and I started, as soon as I woke up, first thing, I would drink 2 glasses of water. I'd do about 30 minutes of exercise, and then I would eat a super healthy green protein shake for breakfast. Okay, and I do a little meditation, a little bit of reading. Now, this had a very striking effect on me. Okay, instead of waking up and checking my messages and seeing what everyone else wanted me to do, and then getting sucked into their agenda for the day, I had some time to myself to consider what I thought was important for the day. So by the time I started working, I was on my agenda and ready to do the things that I knew would be most productive and to make the most money in my business. Then I started doing something else that was really interesting with my work time. I started dedicating blocks of uninterrupted time working on the key money-making areas of my business, which were things like creating my next product, creating the marketing for my products. Now this was huge, okay, and my business productivity, it skyrocketed as a result of these little changes. Okay, and I used another trick as well. I got myself a little digital timer, and I would just set it for an hour or so, and then I would just drop into the flow state and spend that 1 hour doing one task, one thing, with no distractions, no interruptions. Okay, and then I'd take a quick break, I'd have some water, stretch, maybe have a little meal. Now with these small shifts, again, the game changed completely for me. Not only did I change my focus to the higher value money-making activities in my business, so I was doing them more, I found that I would get a lot more done in those 1 hour chunks than I had before in several hours or sometimes even days. So starting the day with a healthy meal, it also changed the game because by starting with a really healthy meal, I'd put myself on track for a good day of eating. And I organized my food so I always had healthy food that was closer and more convenient. Now back when I would check my messages, my email first thing out of bed, I'd often forget to eat. Okay? And again, by lunchtime, I would be starving and I'd just get whatever I could get that was fast, which was again, usually junk food. And this would not only give me, a mind-body energy crash about, 45 minutes or an hour later, which led to more unproductive patterns, but it also made me unhealthy. Okay? I was getting colds a lot and I just wasn't feeling that well. Now with this new system of starting each day with a consistent healthy meal and making sure I ate more healthy meals every few hours, I wound up with a huge breakthrough. My energy and my focus, they both increased tremendously, and my health improved pretty dramatically too. Okay? I stopped getting sick, and within just several months, I had lost 25 pounds, essentially by accident, as a result of these changes I was making to make myself more productive. And the end of the story is I was able to launch my 2 new companies that year. Each of them did millions of dollars in sales their first year. They were very successful. And as I was launching these 2 companies, I realized that this system that I had created for myself to become more productive would actually work for anyone who used it, and particularly for anyone who was trying to grow a business. So I organized it into a 90-day training program that I now call Wake Up Productive. Okay? And I'm happy to say that this program has now been used by thousands of business owners around the world to succeed in growing their businesses and improving their personal lives, growing their success, and getting more time off. So if you're ready to double your productivity in your life and your work, then I'd like to invite you to join me for the next 90 days learning the system that I call Wake Up Productive. Now I call it Wake Up Productive because if you go through the program, which takes on average about 30 minutes a week, okay? At the end of the program, you'll literally wake up every day into a life that's automatically and naturally highly productive. Okay, that's how long it takes to put 2 new habits in place that we will install in your life in the program. One in your personal life and one in your business. And together, these 2 new routines will literally double your productivity. Okay, so let me share a little bit more of the curriculum and the schedule for Wake Up Productive so you understand what you're going to learn, what we're going to learn together, and the order that you're going to learn it in over the next 90 days. Okay, so first I want to tell you that this program is not an all-at-once kind of training. Okay, some things can be kind of crammed and learned in a day, but productivity isn't one of them. Okay, you already know that if you've tried to ever, for example, change a habit in one day. The reason why we spend 90 days together and do these little baby steps of maybe 30 minutes or so each week is that we want to create change that sticks, that lasts, okay? Not just a flash in the pan or something temporary. We begin the Wake Up Productive program with an orientation video, okay, that you watch as soon as you register immediately that teaches you the foundational mindsets, okay, and the approaches of the Wake Up Productive program. Now, this is a comprehensive training, this first orientation training, and it's actually so in-depth that it's worth the price of tuition by itself. Okay, it's a very powerful training. Then we do a series of 5 daily fast start sessions, okay, each that's maybe 10 minutes long or so, very short. And the purpose of these introductory sessions are to just download everything that's on your mind, everything that's weighing you down, everything that's taking your attention, everything that's stressing you out, okay? And then we want to identify what we want to focus on for our biggest results in our life and business. And then next, as one of the fast starts, we learn a new way to think about creating habits, so you're ready to hit the ground running when we start the main weekly sessions of Wake Up Productive. Now, in month 1, we learn what I call the inner game of productivity. Okay, we learn the mindsets that we'll need to succeed in the new reality of the always connected world. We install your personal success ritual to do each day first thing to set yourself up for a winning day of productivity and success. We cover how to design a habit, okay, how to design a habit that actually takes root and becomes a natural part of your day, of your routine, so you automatically do it every day. You'll learn how to use what I call on-ramps and then off-ramps to make the transition into your new habit smoothly. You'll also learn how to make sure you get yourself to do what you need to do every day. Okay, so you actually do this stuff and it accumulates and it accrues and you start building on top of your previous success. We'll cover how to eliminate the inner friction and conflict that robs you of so much energy and willpower and much, much more. We'll also face procrastination head on because often fears, they dress up and they appear as procrastination. Okay, it looks like we're procrastinating, but we're actually just afraid of something. So we identify the things that we fear, and we'll do that in our first few weeks so we can see how our deepest fears and our terrors, they actually derail us unconsciously when it comes to getting into action and getting things done that we want to accomplish. So again, we do an orientation and some fast starts, and then we start the main program. And in the first week of the main program, we actually install your personal success ritual. And then we refine it each week after, adding more distinctions, more focus, more elements, so you actually come into your second month prepared to take your success at work and in your business up to the next level. Now, in our second month of the main Wake Up Productive training, we go to work on your business productivity and success. And now this is all about business growth and profit growth. In other words, doing the specific things every day that grow the amount of profit and income that you make. Okay, we go deep into identifying the activities that bring you the high lifetime value, the activities that you do in your work that keep paying you back for the long term, those that give you the biggest payback financially. We learn a new way to organize our time that I call the 60-60-30 solution that forces you to get twice as much done in your day. Okay, and we invest these next 4 weeks working in your business, developing a structure for your day to work on the money-making tasks in your business first thing and to work on them automatically. Okay, we learn how to really achieve focus in business even when the amount of distractions and interruptions in your life are increasing. And we learn how to get all the things you need done without being in a constant state of interruption and multitasking, okay? Because interruptions and multitasking, this is all very inefficient. We also consciously install breaks into your workday to do little mini energy recharges, okay? Which all by themselves will actually increase your productivity a lot. Now at this point, we're passing the 2/3 mark in Wake Up Productive, okay? And we've installed 2 new habits into your life and business. We've nailed our inner game and our outer games of productivity, and we're well on the way to having doubled our productivity. And finally, in our 3rd month, we go to work on what I call the long-term game of productivity. In month 3, our focus shifts to investing our attention and time for the biggest long-term payoff in terms of our own fulfillment and happiness. Okay, we build a routine of deep renewal and rejuvenation, layering these to create a foundation for our productivity and our other areas of life. Okay, because it turns out that if you do the most relaxing, renewing, and rejuvenating things that you can find, it actually increases your productivity. Okay? It increases your productivity in your life and in your work. Now, most of us don't give ourselves permission to really do what relaxes us and renews us, to totally unplug. But I'm going to show you why this is vital to your success in work and everywhere else. Okay, now, I religiously take big chunks of time off, completely away from work, to make sure that I'm performing at my best in my business. Okay, and this is an absolute necessity if you want to grow your success consistently and do it over the long term. We'll cultivate a pure moment each day where you touch into deep relaxation and safety, where you feel completely relaxed and connected to what's most important. We'll learn to reassociate being present with a positive feeling, okay, especially if being present is associated with unsafety or nervousness or fear or anxiety, and specifically or especially if it was unsafe to be present at a younger time in your life. Okay, so we'll make it safe to be more present. We go to work on how to stop self-criticizing in your head, stop guilting and shaming yourself, how to stop worrying and how to stop being in anxiety, how to switch from worrying up here to actually being inspired and thinking about a positive future that we want to create, switching from kind of a negative orientation to a real positive focus. I'll show you my favorite tools for creating optimism and generating positive emotions inside. Because, I mean, really, let's face it, as our lives become more complex, it's easier and easier to slip into negative emotions and worry. And we really need power tools to turn on our positive emotions and our inspiration when we need it. We'll also dive into how to be productive in the context of having a family, okay, and having friends and romance and a social life, so we can have more productive social relationships as well. In our third month together, we map the Wake Up Productive system over to our purpose, our social life, and the contribution and impact we want to make in the world to leverage this training for the bigger games that we're up to in life. Now, one of the problems with most training programs is that you get so much information that it makes it very easy to get overwhelmed and not know where to start or how to implement things. One of the most important aspects of Wake Up Productive is how it's designed. The main part of the training program is intentionally broken down into 12 weeks, and each week you learn one new productivity tip. Okay? We're only putting 2 habits in place. So each week we're going to learn a new tip, a new aspect to implement in your life. Okay? It's simple. You then get the entire next week to practice what you learn, to add it to your habit, and to develop it as a muscle. So each week, again, you're only focusing and practicing one thing, which is why this training is so effective. We're literally building your productivity as you go through the system, because each week builds on the previous week, so you never get overwhelmed and you're implementing the program as you go through it. And my promise and my guarantee to you is that if you go through this 90-day program and invest just 30 minutes a week working on your productivity, and then use what you learn in your life and your business, that you will double your productivity. Can you learn and install 2 new habits in your life over 90 days? Okay, good, because then you have what it takes to become twice as effective, twice as productive, and twice as successful. Okay, productivity, this is the game changer. Okay, it's the multiplier. It's the exponential growth activator that you need, and the system will work for you if you use it. So let me ask you again to imagine, okay, if you could get twice as much done in your life without working any more or spending any more of your time. Okay? What would that mean? Or imagine working half the amount of time and getting the same amount done as you're accomplishing right now. Again, freeing up half of your time to do what you want with. How would it change your life to actually double your productivity? What would it mean to your business, to your income, to your time off, to your feeling of being successful and making an impact? Well, I'd like you to join me for Wake Up Productive. Okay? And there are 2 options to take the Wake Up Productive course. The first is the Wake Up Productive Business Growth course, and the other is the standard Wake Up Productive program. So let's talk about the Wake Up Productive Business Growth course first, because this is the way to get the most from the program and by far the best value for your tuition investment. Now, my vision for you is that you don't only double your productivity, but that you also double your business profit and your income as well. Now, that's my vision. And my experience tells me that there are 2 things you need to work on in your business if you want to achieve it. Okay? If you actually want to double your business and your profit, you have to work on these 2 things. Now, since creating Wake Up Productive, I've actually trained tens of thousands of entrepreneurs around the world in my live trainings and in my video products and my audio products, and I've actually trained hundreds of thousands with my videos, my webinars, my newsletters, and so forth. Now, many have gone on to build highly successful and profitable companies. And I've learned that there are these two key areas to focus on to increase your productivity in business and your profitability in business. And these two areas are your product and your marketing. Okay? The product or service that you sell and the marketing that you do to get customers. Okay? So why these two areas? Well, because your product or your service, okay, or your company's product or service, this is the thing that customers buy and they pay money for. Okay? This is where the money comes from. And if you make your product or service better, then you can attract more customers to buy it. And your marketing, of course, is what brings in customers in the first place, and it convinces them to buy. Marketing, it's one of the most powerful forms of communication, if not the most powerful form of communication. And when you master it, you become a master of getting people to buy from you. So for this special edition of Wake Up Productive, this special Wake Up Productive Business Growth course, I'm adding a set of very powerful and valuable training elements. Okay, so first, the one single area that has the highest leverage when it comes to getting new paying customers and growing your business and your profit and your income is marketing. I've studied marketing for over 20 years now, and it has really been the cornerstone of my business success, okay, truly. Before I learned how to create marketing communications that got people to take action and to buy, I was going nowhere. And once I learned how to do effective marketing, I could then get customers for my business whenever I wanted them. You know, this is a true superpower in business that most people don't have. And when I teach my advanced business growth courses that are $5,000, $10,000 per ticket to attend, what do you think that everyone wants to learn? Okay, and what do you think the focus is on? Exactly, it's on marketing. And as part of the Wake Up Productive Business Growth Edition, I'm going to give you my most powerful and valuable marketing course. I call it Marketing Step by Step. And my Marketing Step-by-Step course is literally the answer to all the questions that I've gotten about marketing over the many years that I've been teaching entrepreneurs to successfully grow their companies. It's a complete course, complete video training course that begins with the mindset shifts you need to make to succeed in marketing. Then we dive into the techniques, the systems, and the action steps. Okay, this is one of my most complete and in-depth courses. It's a full 19 videos taught completely by me, with each session including an exercise, a blueprint, or a fill-in-the-blanks template, so you can just start creating winning marketing fast. I've had many successful entrepreneurs tell me that this course changed their lives and helped them start getting a flood of new traffic, leads, and new paying customers very quickly. In Marketing Step by Step, we go in depth to learn how to write powerful marketing copy. We learn how to write headlines and subject lines that get attention and that keep it. I've had some headlines, okay, just a headline change, work not just a little bit better, but sometimes double conversions and sales just from a headline. In fact, I've changed headlines, subject lines, body copy. I had one marketing piece that increased over 10x, over 1,000% by just changing the headline and the copy. And it makes sense when you think about it, because words are the most important aspect of a marketing communication. And if you know how to use them in a powerful way, you can get much higher results. In Marketing Step by Step, we also cover advanced positioning and branding and naming using a combination of methods that is unique to our trainings. Now, when I work with the highest level companies, okay, advising those that are doing multiple millions, some doing tens of millions of dollars and more, the work that I tend to focus on is the psychological leverage in branding and positioning and naming. And in Marketing Step by Step, you'll learn all the most powerful methods that I use, all taught in an easy, linear, intuitive system that you can actually use in your business to create winning names and brands and to win your marketing niche. You'll also learn how to create presentations and sales interviews that convert, how to increase the number of referrals you get in business, and how to create automated follow-up funnels and stair-step sequences, okay, that again, they're completely automated, that make every lead that you get much more valuable. Now, I estimate that the marketing funnels and the follow-up systems that we've designed in our businesses have increased our conversion by about 10 times, okay, 1,000%. And in the Marketing Step-by-Step program, I show you how I did it, and I give you the formulas and the templates that you can plug in and start using immediately to get more paying customers. Now, when I've gone back to look at the common denominators of the most successful self-made millionaire entrepreneurs that I've known, and I've known a lot of them, most of them have this single thing in common. They've learned marketing. And this course, Marketing Step by Step, it will teach you all the most valuable lessons that I've learned about how to market to get more customers. The value of the marketing step-by-step video course is $997 all by itself, but you get it as part of the Wake Up Productive Business Growth Package. Now, if the first pillar of growing your business is marketing, then the second pillar is your product or your service. Okay, and it turns out that the next things you need to do to make your product or service better are probably not things that you're even aware of. Okay, so how could that be? Well, most of us go to work on our product by adding things and trying to make it appeal to more people. Well, it turns out that what we need to do in most cases is not add more to it, but identify the part of what we're selling that customers want most and make just that one part better. In many cases, we actually need to make our product or service simpler, to take things out of it, okay, and to focus on just what customers want most. I just read a projection that Google might become a $1 trillion company. Have you seen their homepage lately? It's probably the simplest product or service in the world. Okay? Now, this isn't true for everyone, but hopefully you're getting my point. Okay? They're going to maybe build a $1 trillion company with that page as their main product. Okay, so here's the challenge. It's identifying the exact thing that your customers find most valuable or that you could offer them that they'd line up to buy, okay, and then offering it to them simply. Okay, it requires going through a series of steps that almost no entrepreneur ever learns. Now, because I work in training and in the education industry, I've had the advantage of learning from a lot of very smart teachers and mentors. And because I've now designed and released dozens of successful products and services, okay, which led to me creating systems to design winning products and services and then teaching them to thousands and thousands of other entrepreneurs, I have a perspective that is really unique. Okay, I have a behind-the-scenes look. And what I've learned is that there is a way to go through a series of relatively simple exercises that allow you to get to the root of your customers' wants and fears and to identify what's most valuable to them, so you can package it up in the form of a product or service that sells itself. And that's the key here. A great product or service is something that people are already looking for. They're already motivated to buy, and that they'll buy immediately when they hear about it or when they learn about it. And I've created a course that walks you step by step through how to get inside the psychology of your customers, how to identify the specific hot button needs that they have, and then create a product that meets the needs that people will pay for. Okay, now the success rate for most new products that are launched is dismal. Okay, I read one guy from Harvard said something like 95% of all new products fail. But using the methods that I've developed and that I use, over 95% of my new products that I release actually succeed. And I want to show you how to do this so you create winners and not losers that take all your time and effort but then never pay you back. Now, one note. Okay, now this program, which I call the product plan, it was originally designed for people in my industry who are teachers, coaches, consultants, trainers. And the original purpose of the program was to teach people how to package their knowledge into products and services that they could sell and market online. But since releasing it, I've had many entrepreneurs from many different industries go through it and tell me that it changed the game for them and helped them design and release products and services that had explosive success. So I've decided to add it to this special Wake Up Productive Business Edition to give you the advanced training you need to make your product or service awesome. And if by chance you're just getting ready to launch your business, or you want to launch an online business doing information products, you're going to want to go through this material before you actually go live with your product or service, because you will have a huge advantage. Now, I wish that I had had this information when I got started in business. Okay, it probably would have saved me at least 10 years of wasted time, effort, and energy creating products that were just okay rather than products that were winners. And I've used this methodology now not only in my own business and not only in information products, but also in other industries and in other businesses that I've advised, that I've invested in, and that I've helped grow. And it really works. The product plan is an in-depth video course that, again, is taught by me along with some amazing guest teachers. And here's an interesting aspect of it. The product plan was originally part of a training that I offered that was $12,000 per year to attend. Okay? In other words, this is the best of the best training. And the value of the product plan video course is $997 if you purchased it separately, but you get the entire course so you can create a winning product or service as a special bonus when you register for the Wake Up Productive Business Growth Edition today. You're going to get the Wake Up Productive Training, the new Business Growth Edition, which is a $997 value. You get my Marketing Step-by-Step Training course, okay, which is a $997 value. You get my Product Plan Video Training course, which is also a $997 value. The best part is that, as I've already hinted at, I've decided to price this super valuable productivity training package much lower than most product launches and most trainings. What I've learned over the years is that once someone is exposed to the value of our trainings, once they've started to experience the sheer joy and excitement and the improvement in their life that comes with being more productive and more successful, that they come back and they invest in our other more advanced trainings and business growth classes. So I've decided to offer this training class for the special tuition of only $497 total. And you get everything that I've mentioned here. You get the entire 90-day Wake Up Productive training program. You get the entire Marketing Step-by-Step video training course. Okay, again, my very best course on marketing. You get my entire Product Plan video training program. And by the way, Wake Up Productive itself was originally created as just one part of a $12,000 per year business growth coaching program. Okay, this is very powerful and valuable training, just to give you an idea of the value of just the Wake Up Productive program itself. By the way, if you're not interested in growing your business right now, and you'd just like to take the Wake Up Productive 90-day training and skip the marketing training and the product training and the live coaching sessions with me and the live Q&A, you can register for the basic version of Wake Up Productive and get our special launch tuition price of only $297. But honestly, if you're at all interested in growing your business and your profit, then take advantage of the Business Growth Edition. It's really a true bargain for this level of training, and it's a rare opportunity to get world-class marketing and product training for a huge discount. So here's what to do now. Okay, to learn these tools and start implementing them in your life and your business, just make your selection of which package you're going to register for below, fill out the simple one-page order form, and then click to complete your registration. We'll set up your credentials in just a few minutes and give you access to your private members area so you can start watching your orientation video and your bonus courses, of course, if you register for the business growth training. Now, I mentioned that this course is guaranteed to double your productivity. Okay, Wake Up Productive comes with a 100% money-back guarantee, like all my training courses. In fact, it comes with a double guarantee. You can register today and start going through the course. As soon as you register, you'll get access to your private members area where you'll watch your introduction and your orientation video that teaches you the core elements of the program. If you register for the business edition, which I hope you do, you'll also get immediate access to your Marketing Step-by-Step and your Product Plan trainings as well. Then, over the next month, you'll start going through the Fast Start trainings and you'll start going through the weekly Wake Up Productive sessions. I invite you to try it all out for yourself. Go through the course for a full 30 days with no risk. If at any point in this first month you decide that the course isn't right for you, all you have to do is send an email and ask me to cancel your registration. We'll give you a full refund, no questions, and no hassles. And because I'm guaranteeing that Wake Up Productive will double your productivity, I'm also going to include a special double guarantee. Okay, you can go through the entire 90 days of Wake Up Productive, take the entire training with me, including all the bonuses. And if at the end of 90 days, if you've attended all your weekly sessions, done all your exercises, and you haven't doubled your productivity, I'll still give you a refund. Okay? Now, if you wait for the whole 90 days, all you have to do is send me your completed exercises to just show me that you actually went through the course and used what you learned. You send me the exercises and say, Eben, I did it, but I still haven't doubled my productivity, and I'll give you a full refund. Okay? Again, I guarantee that this course will double your productivity, and that's the best guarantee that you're going to find. Okay? I really stand behind it. I have another question for you. What's your time worth to you? And what would it be worth to actually double your productivity? Okay, think of it this way. If you take action and organize yourself and your life so you free up just 1 extra hour every day, that adds up. In fact, the math is that if you increase your productivity a bit and you free up that 1 extra hour a day, that adds up to a full 9 full-time work weeks over a year. Now that's a pretty big deal. Increasing your productivity is one of the few areas of life where you can get a massive impact with just a little bit of relative effort. If, for example, you earn $25 an hour and you free up an entire hour every day, you just bought yourself $750 worth of your time per month, or $9,000 per year. If you actually double your productivity, okay, that would mean going from $25 an hour to $50 an hour, or going from $50,000 earned in a year to $100,000 earned in a year. Okay, now I'm not promising that you're going to make more money, and my guess is that most people who take most productivity programs, they actually don't take action and they don't increase their income. But I want you to actually think about it for a minute and do your own math. And what I'm trying to say is that to get a return on this small investment isn't going to be that hard for you. Okay? How much would it be worth if you could really get your health and your energy up to the next level and install a new habit in your life that you do every day where you put a powerful, motivated, inspired, focused state in place? What would it be worth to install a habit into your work life so you focus on the highest value money-making activities in your business first thing, and then did them every day so you consistently grew your profit and your income? Or another way of thinking about this, what is it that you do in your life that brings you the biggest results in terms of success, growth, and achievement? What would it mean to your life if you started investing twice as much time doing just that one thing as you're currently doing now? Success is really about the accumulated momentum and the results that you get when you do the right things, day after day, week after week, month after month in your life and in your business. Okay? No long-term success happens in your life or your business without this as the foundation. As you know, these are the game changers for your life, and I'm offering you a training program that's guaranteed to get you the result you want. And remember, my goal here truly isn't to get you to just take the Wake Up Productive course. My vision is that you really see the value in this course, you get the difference that it'll make to your life and your success, and then you take the next step in my more advanced and powerful business training and business growth programs so I can help you reach your bigger goals in life and really achieve the success and lifestyle that you want. Okay? I want you as a client for life, and this is how we take the first step. Wake Up Productive is about putting new ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving in place that are permanent. We're going to work together to install the habits of doing the high-value work that bring you the success you want and helps you create the life that you deserve. So join me for this one, and we'll do it together. Just make your selection of which package you're going to register for below, fill out the simple one-page order form, and then click to complete your registration. We'll set up your credentials in just a few minutes and give you access to your private members area so you can start watching your orientation video and your bonus courses, of course, if you register for the business growth training. And you can get started doubling your productivity starting just a few minutes from right now. Okay, so register now, and I'm looking forward to helping you double your productivity with Wake Up Productive.